Hi everyone and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex on Etsy, and I'm here to do your weekly angelic messages for the week of January 16th through January 23rd, 2022. I want to thank you for stopping by and giving me a listen to. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the little notification button that says all, so that way you get all the future uploads of all my videos as well. So hopefully you guys, and if you'd like a personalized reading with me, I'll leave all the information in the description box below, and as well as your chance to send in a question to be able to get your question answered on YouTube. And for that, I would ask that you send in your name, your date of birth, and a person's name and their date of birth. And don't worry, only your initials will be read on the video and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so that's definitely the case with that one. So, but hopefully you guys are doing well and you guys are staying. Teddy, no. Hopefully you guys are doing well and stuff like that. And that you guys are staying safe on this nice cold day. And it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And it is definitely snowing here in Columbus, Ohio. Teddy, stop. And but yeah, it's definitely snowing out there and stuff like that, and it is definitely coming down. I actually called off of my day job because I normally go in at like 5, but I called off and I was like, I'm not coming in because the roads are not good right now, and my car sucks in the snow. So it's like I'm just calling off, and I'm like, I'm not risking my life for this job and stuff like that. So that has been kind of my day. And I've just been kind of hanging out with my kitty, Teddy, as you heard me yell at him a couple times, and stuff like that. So, but hopefully you guys are doing well. I did get a couple of decks, and one of them we're going to be using for today. So yeah, that's really exciting. I'm excited about sharing the decks with you all. And I might do an unboxing of the one of them. So that's actually an exciting idea and stuff like that. So I really love both decks, honestly. They're like one of my favorite decks. So that I like. But we'll get into more of that later. But hopefully you guys are doing well and stuff like that. So hopefully last week wasn't as bad. Remember, we are now in Mercury retrograde. We went into Mercury retrograde on the 14th of January, which is the day after my birthday. So I did have my birthday on January 13th. So that was pretty exciting. So next year it should be on a Friday, and it should be on Friday the 13th. So, and it's because I was born on Friday the 13th and a full moon. So, double special birthday. So that makes a lot. It's always been good, and under Mercury retrograde on top of it. So yeah, so definitely a lot of things going on astrologically during my time of birth. This is a very interesting time to come into the world. But yeah, so my soul is like, I'm ready to come. So that is that, and yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing well, and that last week wasn't a terrible week for you guys and stuff like that. But now let us get into a moment here. I did want to let you guys know I do have a candle going here. It is one of my green candles. It's one of my Bath & Body Works candles, actually, with Winter Balsam, one of my favorite scents. But I'm actually using it to send some healing energy to everybody. Especially with all the energy shifts that we're going to be having and stuff like that right now. So we're going through a lot of emotions right now. But yeah, we're having heavy emotions. So be sure to set your intentions and things like that for the full moon today of what you want to be able to come into your life. But yeah, so let us here get into the reading and have our feet firmly planted on the ground, have our hearts wide open to be able to receive the angel messages that we are about to receive. And I'm going to be taking a moment of silence here, and then we'll be jumping into the reading and things like that. So. So, right away, when I was tuning into the energies of this week, is that I do feel like a lot of the readings were, or a lot of the energy was very much in your face kind of week. So, I do feel like the energy of this week is going to be very much in your face kind of week, where it's kind of like, oh my gosh, kind of thing. And it's going to be a little bit overwhelming. So, we're going to have to remember to practice mindfulness and self care. Mindfulness and self care are the way to go. Um, but yeah, so those are the two things that are really, really important for this week, especially since the energy is kind of oomph in your kind of face this week. So it's going to be having a lot of ups and downs for this upcoming week. And we're going into the energy of this week and the different colors. Right away, they're showing me the red of this week. And the red is going to be up and down kind of a week. It's going to be a little bit rocky and shaky, and it's going to be like more of a roller coaster kind of week where we don't know what to expect at any time. So we can be up at high on the pedestal, and then we'll have a low moment. So it's kind of like we're on a high, and then we go into a low moment because we're reflecting on the past, and we are reflecting um, of how certain situations have been in our life, and specifically the romantic ones, because Venus is also in retrograde along with Mercury retrograde. So the primary focus is on love and romance, and especially being hurt by love in the past. So we're going to be reflecting on a lot of things in order to be able to heal and to be able to grow. So it's going to be a very good time for this week and stuff like that. So um, that is definitely there. Um, and remember, the red is all about passion, anger, manifestation. So if we use all the red correctly, then we will be able to manifest what we want. But if we don't use it correctly, then it can go a little bit haywire and things and such of that nature. So that's just a little bit about the red energy. So it's going to be intense. It's going to be a lot for this week. So let us be prepared for the red energy. Next, we're going to be going into the blue energy, which is all about communication. So there is going to be a lot of blue this week along with the red. But this week, the red is going to be guiding the blue. So the conversations will have a lot of emotion behind the conversation. So be prepared in order to combat that negative energy. And if you don't understand something that another person is saying, be mindful and ask them to repeat it. And that is always an important thing to remember. So that way there's not any repercussions over the situation. And it's best not to be defensive or pointing the blame on someone this week. So that would be a no-go. So yeah, that's always something good to keep in mind. So that is kind of the blue energy. It's going to be quite as high as the red energy. So we should be prepared for all the talking and things like that. Next, they're really showing me the pink. So the pink is there more this week. I do feel that we'll have moments of the pink, where we are able to have more of that self-care for this week, because pink is all about the self-care and all that things and stuff like that. So Teddy, did you want to say hi to everybody? Let me see if he wants to say hi. Come here, Teddy. Alright. This is my little angel. So say hi, Teddy. Hi. You're on a video. But yeah, so the pink is gonna be there and stuff like that. And the pink is definitely gonna be helping us to be able to release some of that tension and the anxiety that we are going to be having, especially in regard to the emotional aspect of things. So that's just definitely going to be there and stuff. And also in regard to the going up into the spectrum, we are going to be going into the orange of this week, which is all about wellness, creativity, and sexual energy. The orange is actually going to be quite high, and that is also along with the um, red energy. So using that correctly, it can be a very productive week, creativity wise. Creating a health plan for yourself if you are trying to be more healthy and eat healthier. And that'll be a good opportunity to do that. But also, if you have a partner or if you're going solo, it's a good time to release some of that sexual energy within you. So I feel like that'll be a good week for that as well. So next we're going to be going into the green. So I do feel like we'll have some green this week. So it's definitely going to be a good amount. It's not going to be a high amount of give and take of love, but knowing that love is there is definitely important. I'll put you down in a second, okay? As soon as we're done talking about the energy, okay? But yeah, so that is definitely there, and stuff. So we're definitely going to be having a bumpy ride this week, especially the emotional aspect of the week is going to be intense for this week. So definitely be prepared to take some baths and listen to some meditation music and all that healthy coping skills stuff. Journal if possible, and that'll be really good to go. So next we're going to be moving on up into the third eye, or as we know, the indigo / violet. So that's all about imagination, intuition, and things like that. And our imagination and intuition are going to be quite high this week. So the violet and indigo are going to be quite high for this week and stuff like that. So that's definitely going to be there and stuff. So I'll put you down in a minute, honey. That's definitely going to be there. Next, we're going to be having. Okay, honey, I'll put you down. But that is definitely going to be there, and stuff like that. And we are actually going to be able to listen to our intuition as well. So next, we're going to be moving on up into the indigos, or the purple, I should say. That is definitely going to be there as well. We are going to be able to hear our signs, symbols, and messages from our spiritual team of love and light, God, the deceased loved ones that are crossed over to the other side, and things like that. So that is definitely going to be there as well. So that's always going to be a good thing. So knowing that we aren't alone through this process is always excellent. So, but I do want to introduce my new deck that I got last week. Well, I got it yesterday. It was supposed to arrive today, but it arrived Sunday, so I was like, that was fast. So I got the Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. This is one of my favorite decks, and it's always been one of my favorites. Love the messages, love the artwork, and it's very accurate, especially in love and romance. So, and all questions really. So, But yeah, so that's just kind of the thing. So here are the decks and stuff like that. So that's absolutely fantastic. The artwork is beautiful. I'm excited to share the artwork with you all. So, all right. So, what is the current energy of the week of January 16th, 2021? What is the current energy that everybody on YouTube needs to know for the week of January 16th? Alright. Okay, that one came together. Interesting. Oh, it's gonna be a bumpy ride this week. Alright. Okay. I said it was gonna be a bumpy ride, and the cards kind of confirmed that. So the first card here is that we have is 5. And that is the change your focus. And look at that beautiful artwork that this card has. And it's very pretty. And things like that. So it's very awesome. But what the focus is for this week, it determines how you will go about your week and things like that. So whatever you're laser pointing on is what you're supposed to follow through for this week. Whether it be a relationship or work or anything like that, or whatever situation, that is your laser focus for the week. And it's kind of helping you to change your focus from worrying about it and shifting the focus on yourself. That is the biggest message that is coming through for this week and stuff like that. So that is definitely one of the strongest messages that is really coming forward from this deck. And that is a really important message too. So that is awesome. So the card along with that one is the detach card. So I feel like this is in regard to a person or a POI that you are interested in, helping you to be more at peace within yourself. And I feel like that comes along with the change your focus and switching it onto yourself. I do feel like there is going to be some I can't talk today apparently. There is going to be some healing associated with this week as well as we go into the beginning of the week, especially as we are trying to shift from the past or the future and into the present. So I do feel like that is a good thing to be able to change your focus onto yourself instead of putting the energy onto the other person. So that is definitely there. But obviously they will come back, especially after the healing that is going forward. The next card here is that we have is the third eye chakra. So you already know what it is that you're going through and the situations that you're going through, whatever your focus is and the outcome of it. And just allowing yourself to learn to trust in the messages and trust in the process that is going to be taking place and things like that. So that is an important message and stuff for y'all. That is a really good message to be able to hear for a lot of you. So the next one here is that we have is darkest fears. So a lot of us are going to be coming up with some things in our head that will bring out our ego a little bit instead of going into our heart space like we are supposed to. And it'll bring out fears that we didn't even realize. So whatever it is that you have held on to from the past, what is it that you need to let go of, or what fear that you need to let go of, is an important message because it is all about endings of the fear. So, and that will help with the changing of the focus for this week. Instead of focusing on your fear, focus on yourself and loving yourself, and that will be able to be in a much better space energy-wise. So the next card here is that we have is success and growth, and it is number 8, and that is all about having whatever it is on your plate right now come into light. So I do feel like things will be able to grow. It's going to be a little bit of a slow development for this week, but I do feel like whatever it is that you're working on or wanting to grow, I feel like it will grow. It'll just take some time. So the next card here is that we have is sadness and isolation. So I feel like a lot of us are going to be blocking the outer world out and be able to focus inward and stuff like that. Because I feel like a lot of us are going through this depression of some sort for this week. So in order to combat this is the overall energy. In order to overcome the sadness and isolation, use the healthy coping skills that we talked about in order to change the primary focus of the week. So that is very important. So that brings us to the end of the reading. And if you two would like to send in your questions for a free reading on YouTube, please send them to my email, and then I'll be able to send them out for you. And do them in a video. So it's a first come, first serve basis. So, and as you heard earlier, be able to send your name, your date of birth, and the person's name and the date of birth if involved, and only your initials will be read in the YouTube video. So, for confidentiality and things like that. But yeah, so that brings us to the conclusion of the reading. If you would like a personalized reading, I will leave all that information in the description box below. And until next time, everybody, I hope you hit the subscribe button and the like button in the meantime. And stop that button, the play button, and hit that button right now while we are speaking of it. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic week filled with love, joy, and peace. May God bless you and keep you, and may He keep you safe as well. And until next time, everybody, I send you lots of love and prayers your way, and I will talk with you later. Bye, everybody.